Angela from SpinachTiger.com, and welcome to my cooking channel, cooking real food for real people from scratch. Today, we're gonna do an old-fashioned recipe. It's called Apple Pan Dowdy. And the difference from an apple pan dowdy to an apple pie, we're gonna use one crust, we're gonna use pieces of crust, and about 30 minutes into the pie, you smash that crust down, get it all soggy again, and let it cook in all of those good juices, and then crisp it up again. So it's a really cool recipe. I'm gonna do it gluten-free. You can certainly do it with a regular pie crust. I have videos for both. I like to use Gala apples in my pie. You can mix one tart apple in there if you want. The reason that I use the Gala, and I'm gonna show you how I slice them. I've already pre-sliced most of them. I use the Gala because they're already kind of sweet and I don't have to add a lot of sugar, and I really don't like to add a lot of sugar into my pie. So I like to do a very thin. So this is real simple. Just cut them nice and thin. I like that. That way they're gonna cook up. What I do about an hour ahead, say before I make the pie crust, I get my apples ready, and I put cinnamon on them and a lot of lemon juice, and I let them sit for about an hour. And then they get a lot of the water out of them when I've already poured off about at least a third of a cup of water. So that it's going to be more of a syrupy. I've already put a lot of cinnamon, probably about a tablespoon. The way that I measure my cinnamon is I just sprinkle and then keep moving until they're all covered with cinnamon. That way I don't have to really take this out and measure it. And you know, that works no matter if you're making a small pie, a big pie, more apples. You just want them all to have a lot of cinnamon. Then I put maple syrup. Maple syrup makes pie taste so good. And I'm gonna add in this elderflower cordial. I use this cordial to make delicious water with cucumbers, and it has fresh flowers, fresh lemons, no preservatives. Keep it in the refrigerator. Once you open it, it lasts a couple of weeks. And I'm just gonna pour just some added extra little flavor. This part you can skip. But if you have things like this, try them. It has a nice fragrance to it. You don't want to overdo that though. And I'm going to add in the rest. I'm using about a fourth of a cup of total. Now the recipe is in the link. You're going to see link to recipe. So don't worry about writing that all down. You're going to be able to go over there and get that recipe. That's going to be my sweetener. And then there's one more thing. Where is it here? My nutmeg. Okay, not too much, but just enough. And I'll move the apples over a little bit to give another layer of fragrance. And now all of this goes into a cast iron pan. If you know me, baking, I will save a few of these, cut them up and put them in a little tart because I want to see how that's going to turn out. So didn't use all of the apples. That's about right. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to cut our gluten-free pie dough into squares. I went ahead and put a little bit of butter on top of the apples, and I'm gonna make a little mini pan dowdy because I make a mini everything. I like to see how it really comes out before I serve it. It's just something I do and it's fun to do, and you get a sneak peek. I'm gonna add a little more cinnamon on the top so that cinnamon gets in there with that butter. And I love to use this kind of a tool. I'll try to find a link to where you can get a tool like this. It comes with several of these discs, so you can go like really small if you want to do egg noodles, or you want to do a lattice pie. It just cuts it nice and evenly. So I've made, I'm not sure if these are about 2-inch, maybe 2-inch, I didn't measure, but we're gonna cut. This is how I'm gonna do my squares, real simple like, and then I'm gonna come back. This is such a cool thing. Voila, we've got our squares. I love it. Now, nothing's perfect with gluten-free. Nothing's perfect with Pan Dowdy either. So we'll take our squares and set those over the pie. Now you could do cookie cutouts. I have a pie that I do in a cast iron pan that you can find. The autumn apple pie is made with a cutout of maple leaves and that in a cast iron pan, and that looks like super cool too. But this is what seems to be the authentic Pan Dowdy, doing it in the square. So I'm going to do it like this. We'll see how that turns out. I mean, isn't pie crust kind of like the whole reason you love pie? I mean, it is for me. Okay. It's been 30 minutes. I've taken it out of the oven. By the way, that was at 400 degrees. And now we're gonna do the part that makes it the Pan Dowdy. We take all those juices, we wanna smash down all of that crust and get it kind of soggy into the juices it goes. Just make a little kind of cut in there. It seems so counterintuitive to do this, but then it's gonna taste so good. I love lots of versions of apple pies. I have quite a few on my site because there's just, you know, I like to just mix it up. Get that juice. There we go. Juice. I want to get it all wet. Okay, it's going back in the oven for another 15 minutes and then I'm going to check it. Okay, this took about another 20 minutes, so we're talking 50 minutes total at 400 degrees. And oh, let me tell you, smell-alicious. If you're in a funky mood, all you have to do is like bake some apples and the whole house and mood changes and everybody starts singing. If you can see, this is a nice, and it's kind of got a crispiness, but yet it's still like a soft pastry. So that's how the Pan Dowdy comes out. I'm not gonna spoon into this because this is for company, for later. But I made that little mini one that I was telling you about. It's already cooled off a little bit. It's not as cute as that one or whatever, but I'll be able to tell. See, it's all smashed. So what you're gonna do is just scoop that out, put some whipped cream or vanilla ice cream. Because of the way that I did this, you really cannot tell that this is gluten-free. Sometimes it has a texture of a certain nature and you do not have a regular pie crust, but I'm gonna tell you, you make this and just don't even tell people unless they need gluten-free. Everybody will eat this, everybody will enjoy this. And what I also like about it, you're not getting the double crust, so you're cutting some of that pastry out. You have enough to be delicious and it's just on the top. And it is just so fantastic. I wanna just thank you so much for coming to SpinachTiger.com, where I'm cooking real food for real people from scratch. And if we can connect on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, you can find me there. All of the handles are at Spinach Tiger, and I would love to meet you online. Do me one more favor, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the exciting recipes to come. And you can also go there and get that gluten-free pie dough, which is really wonderful. I also have some amazing gluten-free biscuits if you like the baked goods. So thank you again, and I'll see you next time.